Helldivers. Is it worth a buy? Let's read. Helldivers is a hardcore cooperative twin-stick shooter from the creators of Magicka. As part of the elite unit called the Helldivers, players must work together to protect Super Earth and defeat the enemies of mankind in an intense intergalactic war. So what is Helldivers? Well, it's a twin-stick shooter, but you don't have to use like a controller. You can use a mouse and keyboard. I've tried both and I do prefer the mouse and keyboard, but it works pretty well with the controller. So if you're used to using a controller, you're not going to have any issues with it at all. All the keys are fully rebindable. It has a few sparse options for graphics and sound, enough to turn down detail if you're having any issues with FPS lag, although I'm running it absolutely fine on a GTX 770 with an i7, so it's absolutely fine. What is the game like? Well, it's good. It's a very good game. It's very frantic. It's very adrenaline pumping. It's very stressful. It's very exciting. It's frustrating. It makes you swear a lot, but it's absolutely great fun. It has a very large progressive system using XP, where you level yourself and your items up and all the rest of it. Now, how the game works is you are in a spaceship and you travel down to the surface in drop pods to various planets to complete missions on that planet. You're fighting against these bugs, which have all various ranks, ranging from little cannon fodder to big bloody bosses that will just stomp on your ass and charge at you and stuff. So there's a wide variety of enemies to encounter, and some of them are bloody brutal. You can play this solo, you can play it with your friends, 2 players, 3 players or 4 players. It has local co-op and it has online play. There's public games where you just join a public random group, or you can have your friends come in, invite them through Steam. So it's all done very relatively easy. I had no problems whatsoever. Then the game actually starts. Whoever's hosting will choose the mission. You then go and kit yourself out. If you've got plenty of gear, you can choose what gear to go in based on the mission that you're going to do. You then drop onto the planet in a drop pod, and you then can call in stratagems. Now, stratagems are like airdrops that drop in equipment, ammunition, vehicles if you've got them. It can also drop in, if one of yours dies, it respawns them back in. And to get one of these stratagems to drop, you have to type in a code. Now, the code will be based on a series of the movement keys, like down, down, left, 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 right, up, down, left, right, up, down, right, or something. And when you hold down the key that shows you the list of stratagems, you can choose which one you want. It could be a turret, could be ammunition, could be resupply, could be respawning of your friends, whatever. And you have to just then quickly type that in, and then you throw like a little grenade, which is the stratagem landing point where you want it to land, and then a few seconds later it'll come down from space and whatever you've ordered will drop for you. All sounds very good, but when you're the last man standing and 3 of your teammates have all been mown down and all the fucking monsters are coming for you, and you've got your friends screaming through the headset saying, "Quickly, respawn us," and you're pressing your stratagem key and you're looking at the fucking combination up, down, left, right, up, down, right, left, left, up, down, right, left, and then there's monsters coming and you're frantically tapping the out on the keyboard trying to get it down, and then you just get et. It is so pressurized and stressful and brilliant. It is a stroke of genius adding this. And it's the same when you have to do the objectives. You might have to activate a SAM site, but you don't just go up and press the use key on it. You have to go up and type in the code to do that. All the time your friends are trying to cover you while you're doing it, and you have to communicate so well between your friends. Like if one of you wants to call in a drop, you've got to say, "Look, cover me, I'm calling in a drop." That's the way you do it. And if you're really under pressure, you drop turrets. And the turrets are brutal. They will fire at the enemy, and if you are in the way, they don't care. They will just mow you down. So when there's a couple of turrets out there, you've got to be on your toes and make sure you're not in the loss between the turret and the monsters. And some of the battles you will have at these various mission objective points on the map are just chaos. we were doing a mission just before, and we finished all the missions. We had to do 3 or 4 objectives on the planet, and we were evacuating the planet. We had to get to the shuttle deployment spot on the map, activate it to call in the shuttle. We had to hold out for 1.5 minutes till the shuttle got through the atmosphere and landed, and all that time we were under heavy attack by all manner of beasts, and we had turrets down, there was rockets flying, people dropping down, getting killed, getting injured. When you're injured, you're crawling along on your back and someone has to go up and get you back up, or you can do it yourself, but it takes 3 times as long. People are dying and you've got to quickly respawn them, and it's just hell on. And if you stand where one of the drops is going to be, the drop will kill you. If you stand where the shuttle lands, the shuttle will kill you. The amount of death and destruction in this game is off the fucking scale. If you stand in the way of your friend while they're shooting, you will die. Their bullets will kill you. It's brutal, and it's great. It's about time we had this level of brutality in a game. And the great thing about it is there's stuff to pick up as well on the map when you're doing the missions. When you get back to the spaceship, if you actually make it off alive, you can spend that money to increase your magazine size, your accuracy, your sights, you upgrade your weapons, your vehicles, your supply drops. You unlock a whole host of other new weapons, vehicles and supply drops. You upgrade it and unlock it and progress. You get new clothes if you want them, new capes, helmets and uniforms and all the rest of it. So there's plenty of content to keep you going, and it runs so well, and it's so much fun, and it's so brutal. There is a downside that a lot of people will probably mention, and that is the DLCs. I mean, the game is not in early access, it's a fully released, polished game, but it has packs. Now, what these packs contain is usually a weapon, 3 pieces of uniform, and a stratagem. And when I saw this, I thought, f*** off, you know, day 1, DLC. You've got Ranger Pack, Commando Pack, Defender Pack, Support Pack, a Pilot Pack, Demolitionist Pack, Hazard Ops Pack, Specialist Pack, Weapons Pack, Vehicles Pack, Entrenched Pack, Pistols Perk Pack, Terrain Specialist Pack, Precision Expert Pack. All these packs, and they're £2.50 each. So they're not exactly expensive, but you know, £2.50 is £2.50. It's a hand job off old Meg. So you know that you have to take that into consideration. So altogether then, if you buy all the DLCs, it's £35.66p. If you buy the game with the DLCs, it's £24.99. So essentially then, the game is £24.99 if you want the whole of the game, but it's been sliced and diced up to £15.99 without any of these DLCs. And the problem with that is you can't, from what I've seen, unlock these DLCs any other way. It's not like you can use in-game currency to buy them. I have not seen them anywhere in the game, and if I'm wrong, then I stand corrected, but I don't think you can get these at all unless you buy them, which means the game's £24.99 in reality. So is it worth £24.99? I mean, you get a lot of game for this. I mean, there's, like I said, there's loads of missions, procedurally generated missions. There's also a community driven galactic campaign in there as well. And the answer to that question is resounding yes, it is. This game is worth £24.99. In fact, this is the first time ever that I've seen DLC done in a reasonable manner, because the game is only £15.99. Now, I'm not mentioning any names, but I could easily list a lot of companies that would have charged £29.99 for the base game and then added all these DLCs on. But Arrowhead haven't done that. What they've done is they've said, "Hi, look, the game's worth £15. So there you go, there's your game. If you want the DLCs, and you don't need to have them, there's plenty of other stuff to unlock in the game, but if you want the DLCs, they're £2.50 each." That's what they've done, and I think that's a very, very good deal. I've already bought one of them. I bought the Commando pack, and I'm probably going to buy a couple of more packs. They're not bad at £2.50, and I love the game, and I'm enjoying the game. So it's DLC done right, because they've got the base game low. And the base game is good, and it's jam-packed full of content, and that's where the mistakes is made with other companies, and they need to look at this one and say, hang on a minute, you know, even without the DLCs, the game is full of content. There's still shitloads to unlock, but the base game is only £15, not full priced at £30, and not stripped to the bare bones like a lot of games are. So well done to Arrowhead Game Studios. It's a great game. You'll really like it if you like top-down shooters. It's the best I've ever played in the top-down shooters, and I own about 8 or 9 of them. And this is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best top-down shooter game I've ever played. Well worth a buy.